A comfort movie is usually a film that people like to rewatch because it's a blanket of warmth on a rainy day. A movie that is lighthearted like a rom-com or a childhood favorite that gives you that boost of encouragement. I have a lot of comfort movies, one for each season, but my favorite summer comfort movie is Battle Royale. It might sound a bit strange to say since Battle Royale is this ultra-violent film, and before anyone thinks I'm insane, no, I don't find the violent part of the film comforting. I'm the type to flinch away when the violence gets too much, but there's something about Battle Royale that sets it apart from other films in its genre. If you're unfamiliar with the plot of Battle Royale, it's about a 9th grade class that gets chosen to participate in a literal Battle Royale. Fun fact, the term Battle Royale actually comes from this film. The students are forced to fight to the death until one survivor remains. The game was imposed by the government to help with the teenage delinquency crisis, which apparently was an actual crisis that Japan was dealing with during the Y2K era due to the economic collapse that began in the 90s. I briefly mentioned this crisis in my Lily Shushu video and how the economic crisis negatively impacted the youth of Japan, and so the teenage delinquency that came out of the economic crisis inspired films like Battle Royale. And I think this is why there's a lot of nostalgia that is linked to Battle Royale. It's actually directed and clouded with a lens of nostalgia. There's moments in this film that detach themselves from the violence to look back and reveal more about a character or to explore the highs and lows of high school, which adds a certain vulnerability to the film that is oddly comforting in a chaos of violence. A lot of the students don't get along with each other. There's clearly an atmosphere of envy surrounding this class, and the few moments that they are united are only limited. At the beginning, when the whole class is together excited to be on their end of the year trip, or when the film does a flashback where the class comes together to cheer for their classmates during a basketball game. It's very devastating how the adults in this film use the younger generation as an scapegoat, blaming them for something the government caused. And the government probably encourages the hostile atmosphere in every school, so each year the Battle Royale can be successful. Adults have lost hope for tomorrow, children have no hope for the future. This quote is from director Kinji Fukasaku in an interview with Time. What I find even more interesting is how the violence in the film is only there because Fukasaku wanted to show the younger generation what he lived through as a 15-year-old. Fukasaku used to work at an armaments factory that would frequently get bombed. He would have to clean up corpses of other kids who were killed. Fukasaku believed that after Japan lost the war, adults lost confidence, which led to a miscommunication between adults and teenagers in his generation. So when the economy collapsed in the 90s, it led to another miscommunication between generations, which Fukasaku believed caused the teenage delinquency crisis. Fukasaku didn't create Battle Royale as a warning or to give anyone an optimistic view on life. He clearly wanted to convey the horrific experiences he lived through, and that's why it was important for Battle Royale to be violent. But I think there's still a very small amount of optimism to be found in his work. From the way I see it, Fukasaku directed Battle Royale as a way to communicate with the younger audiences that adults understand the cruelty that they experience because they also experienced it too.